Welcome to the Instagram stories for Wednesday, June 8th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Our biggest news is the head of Instagram, Mosseri, sharing a video talking about some of the features that I've discussed here on the show, but also a new one that I haven't talked about much at all. First, to start with, before I play the video, I want to mention that his opening line is that creators are a huge part of Instagram. Yes, creators have to be a huge part of Instagram. They're the ones making the content that bring people to the platform. So yes, creators are... Anyway, here's the clip.
Creators are incredibly important to the future of Instagram. And this week I'm excited to talk about a number of new features that we've designed specifically for creators. The first is simply extending Reels to be 90 seconds long. So we extended them to 60 seconds last year. Now you can upload Reels as long as 90 seconds and tell longer, more full stories. The second is actually a heavily requested feature from Reels creators, which is the ability to import your own audio. So you can actually import audio from anything in your gallery and use that for your Reel. The third is interactive stickers. We've seen a lot of people love how stickers on stories are interactive. So we're bringing quiz stickers, poll stickers, emoji sliders, all to Reels so that Reels can be as interactive and as fun to connect with as stories are. And the fourth, I'm particularly excited about, which is the ability to pin things on your profile, either photos or Reels. So now if you go to the three dots next to any photo or Reel that you upload, you'll be able to pin it to your profile right there, up to 3 things at the top. Now your profile is your space, so we're looking for more ways to give you control over that experience. So more to come. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you have any other ideas, particularly for creators features or features for creators, let us know. Peace.
I'm going to break down that clip, but before I do, here's a quick word from our sponsor. The Instagram Stories is sponsored by #slayer.com, which is a super easy Instagram hashtag tool that's all about saving you time and getting more views on your content. I'm a big fan of this product. I use it myself, and you can start using it too. Just go to #slayer.com and use coupon code IGStories to get your first month absolutely free. That's coupon code IGStories. All right, we're back. Let's dissect this clip. Out of all these features, the one that's most interesting to me is grid pinning. I mentioned it on the show before that it was being tested, but didn't get too much in depth about it. Here's where I think grid pinning is really interesting. You have the opportunity to pick which posts you think are most important or give people a good idea of who you are and what you're about, and people can see them right from your feed. Previously to this, we had the highlights feature, which is where you could share stories permanently and people could come back and view them at any time. But what if you had a feed post that you wanted to share in the highlights? First, you had to share it to your story, then you could make it a highlight. What a pain in the neck process. I'm not even a fan of highlights at all, but I like pinning things to your grid. They go right at the top. You can pick which posts you want to pin to the top of your grid, and this gives you an opportunity to decide, do you want to pin the posts that performed the best or the posts that give people the best idea of who you are and what you're about or what your brand does or what products you sell? That's your choice. You have the opportunity to do it. You can pin something and then take it down tomorrow if you want to pin something else. That is completely up to you. TikTok has, of course, had this feature for a very long time, so I wonder what took Instagram so long to implement it, but that's a chat for another day. Out of the other features that he talked about, I'm second most interested in interactive stickers in Reels. And the reason is that stories were available on Instagram while they were on Snapchat, and it was kind of unclear what the value proposition of having stories on Instagram was until they launched the story stickers, and that made up all the difference. I'm excited to see if this really helps to set Instagram apart from TikTok in the fact that they'll have these interactive stickers that will help make Reels different from TikTok. As it progresses, I will, of course, keep you posted. That's going to do it for today's show. I appreciate you listening. It really means a lot. If you have taken the time to send me a DM to say, hey, Daniel, love the show, or you've left a review on Apple Music, I truly, truly appreciate that. If you've never done either one of those things, my preference is that you leave a review, which you can do right from the show notes. If you tap on the show notes, you can go directly there. Or alternatively, send me a DM. I'd love to chat with you, especially if you're interested in guest hosting the show for a day, 2 days, a week, a month, a year, whatever. I'm flexible. We could do it either way. Thanks so much for listening, and be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.